Welcome to our Education and Training YouTube channel. Today we'll be discussing GreenSheets. We're going to begin by going to kw.com, scrolling down, and you're going to enter your username and password. Okay, everyone, now once you've logged in, you're going to go under My Transactions, and we can get started. Okay, we're going to create a test loop. And actually, we're going to go ahead and search for one that's already been created. Here we go. 123 Any Street. And once we're in this, you can go ahead and notice that we can select Edit Details. When we select Edit Details, we'll be able to enter information that can automatically populate. That's going to be within templates within this loop, such as address, zip code, etc. So go ahead and scroll to the very bottom and click on Submit Green Sheet. Now you're with your browser, you may get a security error or a security continue option. Just go ahead and select Continue. Now as you can see, once this is selected, you're going to see some information that's already automatically populated. Okay, now if you look in the upper right hand corner, you'll notice an option that says Save for Later. If you're not going to complete your green sheet all at one time, make sure you select that option. All right, now we can go ahead and enter the contract date and our estimated close date. It is okay to give an estimated close date, but we like to have that information as accurate as possible. Now, if you look under transaction type, buy or sales already selected. Another common option is both listing and sale side. So just know that you need to select which one is pertaining to you, listing, buying, or both. For this example, we're going to select buy or sale. Under class, you're typically going to select property, but we want to stress that the lease option is more so pertaining to rentals or anything of that nature. So just be aware of that. Most of the time we're going to select property, especially here in the Hattiesburg office. Property type, you have the options of resale, new home, lot, farm and ranch, or lease. Typically it's going to be a resale. Okay, so we can continue with general information. Anything that's not filled out in red has to be filled out in order for you to continue. Anything that's not in red is not necessarily required, but if there's anything that does stick out, I'll go through that as well. Now we're under price, commission, earnest, and escrow section. The sales price portion of the green sheet can be a little complicated for some people. So let's say we're going to enter a home for $150,000. You're going to enter that with no symbols or anything. You're just going to enter the numbers. Now under the sales price, you see the options of percentage or flat rate. If you're going to select flat rate, then you're going to put the actual number that you are to receive. If it's a percentage and you don't know the actual dollar amount, then you would just enter the percentage portion. And once you enter the percentage amount, you should see the dollar amount that it's calculated to over there on the right. Continuing on to buyer section. Okay, now under the buyer section, you can put their last name or their first and last name. We do suggest that you also put the phone number and the address in case you need to refer back to this person later on. That way you have their contact information right there all on one sheet to refer back to. The same goes for seller. Moving on to agent detail. Now for some, this is the most difficult portion of the green sheet. I like to go ahead and point out first and foremost the little magnifying glasses under Agent A, Agent B, and Agent C. Okay, so we're going to pretend that we're going to be adding a second person here. So we're going to pull up a name. You're going to enter the last name. and select search. You'll select the name and then click select. That's going to add her to the green sheet. Then you'll have to go back and select the agent role, type, and agency. We're going to say lead agent because most people are. Under type, you're always going to select sale. For here in the Hattiesburg office, you're never going to select inside. Just be aware of that. And just a reminder here, it's right here under type, you're never going to select inside as an option. Under the agent detail page, it's always going to be sale. Okay, and for this example, we're going to say that Sam is receiving 50% of the commission, and Michelle is also receiving 50% of the commission. And how we go about filling this out is we go by sales unit. Now remember, our agency only represented the buyer side of this example. However, we are splitting it 50-50. So we're going to put in 0.5 under agent A and 0.5 under agent B. Once you do this, you'll notice that the written volume has been split along with the gross commission. Now this auto-populates, but it can also be changed. And while we're at it, let's go back under agency and select buyer under agency. Now pay attention, if for some reason that section actually said seller, that means we need to go back and change that option under general information because we selected the wrong option. Okay, so now that we're in gross commission, let's say that we had an outside referral for this example. It's going to be 15% that goes to an outside brokerage. And we're going to put that in there as a number under 15%. Now you'll notice there's going to be a pop-up that says enter referral data in the outside referral section below. This is very important to the office, that way they know exactly who to send the money to. Alright, so once you acknowledge that, you'll see the dollar amount for the outside referral automatically populate as well. Now if there is a flat amount, you can also do that. You don't have to put the percentage. Okay, so moving along, there's no concessions or anything. That's very rare. And under the subtotal grayed out, you will see the commission before the split. Now, some people are going to ask, now do I select 100% to agent or do I split with the MC? The important thing to remember here is just to leave it on 100% to agent and not to really mess with that section. If you do have a situation where, let's say, agent A has not capped, but agent B has, we're going to use that in this example. You would give 70% or whatever percentage to agent A, while 100% to agent B. Okay, and just to go over that once again, the split with the MC or 100% to agent subtotal is always left to 100% to agent, and is under the percentage agent commission split, where you manually type in how much percentage goes to whom. Now we get to where it has agent royalty. For this example, we're going to say that agent A has not capped, but agent B has capped. And if you'll notice, under agent B is where it has a $0 amount because they've already capped. Next is a very important section. This is the KW Cares section. I'm not sure if many of you know this, but back in 2005 when Hurricane Katrina hit, Keller Williams donated $10,000 to every one of their agents that were located down here, just simply to help out. And it's very important that if you have anything to give, please give, even if it's just $1, $5, rounding down, to the nearest dollar, giving anything and everything that you can, because we do have times where if you need anything, or if there's another agent that needs anything, there's that fund there to help them in that time of need. So every little bit counts. So KW Cares is tax deductible, but the Family Fund and the Bold Scholarship Fund, they are not tax deductible. Now, the rest of the fields, unless it's a special circumstance, typically we don't have any more deductions that are seen here. And finally, we're to everyone's favorite part, the net agent check portion, which should give you almost to the exact dollar what you believe is going to be your check that's going to be deposited to your checking account. That's your pay right there. So moving along, we're back to the outside referrals portion of the green sheet. Now, this is very important to have the tax ID of the person that and the company that's being paid. We have to have that. You can always contact the company and get the W-9 information by their brokerage. And it's not going to be the individual agent, it's going to be the actual brokerage. Just remember that. And if you'd like, you can also add that information into your loop as well to keep for your records. Okay, so moving on to the co-broker section. This is where you're going to put your co-broker or co-agent. And it asks, would this co-op be a good fit for KW? If you think so, then, the team, they'll follow up with you, and you guys can go from there as far as setting up an appointment with them. And see if maybe you can sponsor them and grow that downline. Now on to the next section, vendors. You really don't have to worry about any of that at all. Just go ahead and select next section. So we have the final portion of the green sheet here. That's going to be the notes section. If there's any additional information that you feel like the MCA needs to know, go ahead and write it down. Better safe than sorry. If there's anything that you feel that should have been included on this green sheet, just go ahead and notate it, and that way our MCA can get back. And if you'd like, if just to be safe, you can also email the MCA as well. So okay, so the very last thing we're going to do, once you might want to go back and double check and make sure everything is correct, just to be sure. And when you're finished, you're going to click on Submit to MCA, and then a confirmation option will pop up. You must select Submit Green Sheet for it to officially be submitted. And there you have it. Your green sheet has been successfully submitted. So if you guys have any questions, you can, always give me a call, email, contact the Hattiesburg office or even the Gulf Coast office to contact Robin, our MCA. And thank you so much for watching. This is our first training video. So, if you'd like, share it, watch it, take notes, and we'll see you guys later. Thanks.